तो हेलो 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 दोस्तों, कैसे हैं आप सब। स्वागत है आपका एक और नए पॉडकास्ट में। कुछ अलग लग रहा होगा, वॉइस क्लियर नहीं होगी क्योंकि हम हैं साइकिलिंग करने में बिजी। हम सुबह के बज रहे हैं 7 काइंड ऑफ। हमने 7 किलोमीटर्स की एक राइड ली ऑन माई बाइसिकल आउट ऑफ माई सिटी एंड नाउ वी आर हेडिंग बैक टू आवर सिटी बैक। तो या जाते वक्त हम कुछ बातें करने की सोच रहे हैं, काइंड ऑफ लाइक दिस। तो ये कुछ ऐसा पॉडकास्ट होने वाला है। मैंने सोचा है कि मैं रोज जब सुबह साइकिलिंग पे जाऊंगा तो आई विल टॉक अबाउट समथिंग रैंडम एवरी डे आई गेस, एंड आई विल जस्ट पोस्ट इट ऑन यूट्यूब। तो शायद अगर आपको पसंद आए तो आप सुन लेना। मैं नहीं जानता मैं कितनी लोगों की जिंदगियों में वैल्यू ऐड करता हूँ, लेकिन आई हैव नॉट मेड एनी वीडियो पास 4-5 weeks and I'm curious and I'm being pressurized by myself to do something on YouTube because I love doing that. Deep down I get slow at this. I often become lazy doing hard working shit, but I love to do this. So I found it a way. I really want to make good stuff. I really want to do it. So as I have no time at home to do it, I'm doing it right now while doing the cardio. And yeah, we are gonna talk about something that is, I just want to talk about random stuff. Yesterday I read a book. इसका नाम है The Monk Who Lost His Ferrari. I already read it once, but उस बुक से जो सबसे बेहतरीन चीज़ मुझे लगी, जो सबसे बेहतरीन जो स्टफ था, जो मुझे लगा कि आई शुड शेयर विथ यू ऑल, तो उसमें कुछ ऐसा है कि एक जूलियन मैंटल नाम का एक बहुत बड़ा लॉयर होता है, जो कि यहाँ की स्टोरी नहीं है कि या रॉबिन शर्मा, ही इज एन इंडियन आई गेस, बट ही लिव देयर. इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ अ फिक्शनल स्टोरी. एंड in his book he's talking about a fictional character which is called like Julian Mantle, who is a very career oriented, very huge lawyer. He was at his peak of his career, and he's talking, and one day when his schedule is hectic, he's working a lot, he's working on a lot of shit, he's working on a lot of cases. One day, out of his hectic schedule in courtroom, he suddenly falls down and have a heart attack, and that becomes his turning point of his life, that he had an heart attack. So as he is a person, he was a very enthusiastic person. He was very positive about life when he started off, but eventually becoming older, like he's at his 50s now. The book where it lies, he's at his 50s. He's in his 50s, and he looks much older than 50s. Like he looks like a 70-year-old guy because of that hectic career, that that busy life kind of a thing. So because of that, Julian Mantle, he falls down, and because of that, he just suddenly realizes that he's not doing good, and he should stop here. So he He sell off everything he had, like Ferrari. He has a Ferrari. He has a lot of cars. He he had a lot of houses. He had a lot of he has a lot of property, I guess. In that book, he's a very rich guy. Like a huge lawyer with a reputation. He's, I guess, at a very high success rate. How kind of they're rich, na? They're kind of a rich guy. So he's a rich guy. So when he had a heart attack, he sells off his entire property, and that he moves off to something, and he sells off everything he had and moves to India to experience, like solitude or peace of mind. He looked forward to getting some peace of mind, clarity in life, what his purpose is, or something like that. So he moves to India with all the money with him to find some sages or monks who has, like we have often heard the story about there are some monks in Himalayas. They have found the, like, purpose of their life. They are the monks because they have reached a certain mental state with silence, with knowledge, and a lot of stuff like that. So yeah, with those things, Julian Mantle, he clears off his mind and moves to India in search of peace of mind, happiness, and purpose to find. Okay, so here he is. He's to India, and uh, he moves to Himalayas, where he finds some of those monks, which is a rare incident that um, many years has passed. No one has, been able to find those sages or monks living in Himalayas. But he, I think he has got some purpose in his life, and so he, like, affirmated for himself that he will be there. He will find them. So he did, and now he has reached what he desired of. Now those monks welcome him, and those monks welcome him and give the secret of everything they've learned till date, so that Julian Mantle himself, and with like with a condition in which Julian has to spread this information, this knowledge in his country. Now, with all that information, knowledge, Julian has returned back to India, returned back from India to his country. I don't really remember the place of Julian Mantle, really. Like, I'm talking about the country which he lives. I don't really remember the place he lives there, but now he has returned to his country with all those knowledge, with a lot of weight loss, with a like face full of glory and full of happiness. And it seems with his face that he is happy. He has found something that hasn't worked for everyone over there, and he has almost lost his weight. He looks like a bit younger, all that stuff, kind of stuff. His friend, to his friend who was like a younger brother to him, and he is saying, or he is teaching him this specific knowledge with him. He's sharing his knowledge with him, and this is all the book is about. And now he offers, he suggests to his friend or his brother like friend some of the techniques and tactics which he practiced in India back when he was in Himalayas with those monks and sages. So these are a few of the techniques I thought that it is worth sharing with you all. from the book from the Robin Sharma's book, A Monk Who Lost His Ferrari. So first of all, he talks a lot about he has a fable there. He has a fable that there's a garden, and your mind is like a garden, and we have to keep it clean so that we can often reach about, you know, our mind is like a garden. We have to keep it clean. We don't have to put garbage in it, or it will get ruined. And his ideologies is like that. Ki we have to clean up our mind first of all, before moving forward to any conclusion or any new journey. We have to clear up our mind, and that's where he starts. First of all, clear your mind, and second of all, we have to practice a few of the practices which he practiced in when he was in India with those monks. First of all was like rose, he was actually talking about meditation, but he shared that information, like when we say about people that when we share a knowledge about people, like, and do meditation, you'll get through what you're like dreaming of. But people won't understand that thing, that meditation, this is what you are suggesting, and it's an old technique, and I know that. But even after knowing all that stuff, they don't actually implement. When we talk to someone who is in his life crisis, that you do this, you have to do this, and you have to do meditation, it will clear your mind. But no, people won't just understand. They just keep uttering these words, like, why people won't understand. They, even if they know about the secret of life, that meditating is something that can change their life, but they won't do it, because they'll talk like, "Arey, I thought you were gonna say something that there is a secret which we don't do, which we don't know about." But you're talking about meditation? Yeah, this is some kind of a reaction from them, even if they know that how meditation can change their life, but they won't do it. And this is a case scenario. So he chose not to say it, not to call it as meditation. He called it as he tells to him that like this. He put it out to him like this, that take a rose, start looking at it. Take a rose, start looking at it. Start from the outer petals of the rose, and slowly move towards the inner part of it. Like we have seen those holographic pictures which shows like hypnosis, in which something is moving inside, or like focusing thing. So he suggests him to take a rose, speak. We have to concentrate on the rose from the outer part to the middle part, and thus concluding the point to meditate. First of all, it is meditation, and second of all, meditation can cause like clear your mind, help you focus and concentrate, and like shift our mind from the regular not useful bullshit we often think about, to something like focusing, and something dutiful, or something that has something to do with us, something helpful, I'm trying to say. After meditating, you started meditating a lot, but you are in a place where you have to clear your mind first. Like you have random thoughts all over your mind, all the way. You have thousands of thoughts all over the day on your mind, but how often you think about them really? That's the thing. How often we think about some of them clearly, or some, like, how much amount of thoughts we often think about them deeply, or start off a conversation with that thought and reach to a particular conclusion. The thing is, we don't. There are a lot of thoughts emerging in our mind, but we don't reach, or we don't talk about certain things. We don't think about, like, we don't seriously think about some of the stuffs like that. We often think about a lot of thoughts in our mind, but we don't, actually. I mean to say that it's not useful. We have a lot of unuseful thoughts in our mind. So to clear that up, we have to practice a technique called opposition thinking. Opposition thinking is a kind of a technique in which, when a thought emerges in your mind. Okay, I'll just clear this post I'm currently at. I'm in a center of my city, which is very hectic and very trafficked. Okay, I'm clear. Okay, where our opposition thinking is a technique which is often told about Julian Mantel, that whenever you start to think about something horrible, like some of the thoughts which are depressing, which makes you feel awful, like some of the thought that, like, they depress you, they suppress your current state of mind and makes you sad, or something that is, or something that is negative in thoughts, like, I can't do it, will I able to do it, or am I capable of doing it, some sort of something like that. We often have those thoughts that do I really want to do this, something like that. These are kind of the negative thoughts we often get in our mind, but we have to get off these thoughts and practice the opposition thinking technique, which is like, whenever you are getting negative thoughts, sad thoughts, or oh my god, okay, whenever we are getting negative thoughts, sad thoughts, we are not able to concentrate on what we were doing, we have to just think opposite of it. Whatever it is, wherever it is, just think of it in opposite manner. Like, something is going wrong with you, you are not in a state of, your current phase is bad, you think, you often feel about, like, you often feel I'm lonely, I'm alone. You should just think opposite of it, like, instantly become cheerful, and like, starting to thank what you have in your life, like, be cheerful. Often Julian Mantel often talks about, getting up and dancing, like, you can even dance, like, opposite thinking. He talks about opposite thinking. You have to think, you have to think completely opposite to the thought which has emerged in your mind that can cause harm to you or your situation, or to think opposite to it. And these two techniques he talks about, which are the rose technique, that is meditation, he was meaning to say, and the second was opposition thinking. This opposition thinking is really a better way to talk about, to think often about. So yeah, that was the Cycle podcast. I think I have shot a good voice, I guess. If I have done it, I'll be posting it on my YouTube channel. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow.